arm choke. We're not going to go too much into detail on like setting up the choke, but the way I like to finish it. So we'll go from the mouth, and we'll start riding the hips low, ankles crossed, cross face, and an underhook. So however you like to set up your head and arm, this is just an easy, quick way to set it up. All right, we're going to crawl this arm across, and facing my hand behind his elbow and replacing with my head. So he's here, I have the underhook, I crawl, inch, until I can grab his armpit, base on his elbow, and put my head back on his tricep. Now I can slide my butt back and use my head to really start moving that arm where I want it. If I stay too high right here, it's on his face. When I go to finish his choke, it's going to squeeze him, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's not going to put him out. So I want to slide back and kind of cut that angle. From here, my fingers are going to go deep into his armpit, and I like to base my head on the floor with my hand out wide. So if he tries to move around, roll me over, I can kind of control his position. From here, my right heel is going to come to my butt and windshield wiper this thigh. Here and over. Lift the hips, and come out flat. So now, this is where I'm going to look to tighten this up. So if everything was perfect and this arm was as deep as possible or right from the beginning, I might be able to finish this choke. More often than not, as I thread this choke, guys who know what's happening, they get their fingers in on my my bicep. Yeah, and he's not letting me glue my elbow to his neck. All right, so he has his fingers in there. I can't finish it. What I like to do is cup the head, still fingers in the armpit, and I sit through. All right, I want his shoulder on top of my thigh. From here, I'm going to grab my leg and base on his head. So when I normally would do this, I would just try to stretch my arm and tighten it just by my arm. But if he's really pulling it, it can be hard. When I grab my leg, I push his head and I pull my leg back. So now it's his arm versus my leg. Here. From here, I'm going to grab the top of my wrist, belly flat, and like I'm trying to put my chin into his eyeball, that's going to help cut the angle for the last little bit, and I'm going to squeeze. Nice and gentle squeeze. Not burning out my grip. I should be able to hold this. If I squeeze as hard as possible right from the beginning, and I don't choke Joe out, he's eventually going to escape. My arms are going to be tired. So I want to keep a consistent squeeze. So again, we're riding. We have the underhook, got the cross face, and I'm just crawling this arm. Any way you like to set up your head and arm is fine. That's just the way we're going to do this today. Fingers in the armpit, face on the elbow, and I slide my butt and my head back. Now I can start turning the corner with my head and really putting that arm deep across his neck. Joe's already defending. He already has that hand on my bicep, making it difficult to get tight. Windshield wiper, lift. Hips flat to the floor. All right, I don't want to be based here. He's going to put me back in his guard. He's going to slide a knee through. Yeah, start giving me issues there. So I drop. So as he tries to replace his guard, there's no room. Now, I hold, sit through, grab my, like the tendon right on my knee. I'm pushing his head as I'm pulling my leg down to fill that space. From here, wrist to wrist. That wrist to wrist makes it tight right from the beginning. Thread the needle under. Now chin to the eyeball. And I pull him under. Squeeze. One more time. I'll show one more finish for it. We're here. Crawl, we crawl, we crawl. Base. Come under. Cut the corner. Right, if I feel like I'm too high, I'll hold. Slide my butt back some more. And keep adjusting. Take my time here. Windshield wiper, come out. Now, I sit through, same as before. Another way I like to finish this is from the sit through with a rear naked choke grip. I would do this if I feel like I can't finish that first head and arm. I'll go back between the two, or if I just really hate this guy, I want to break his neck. This is a good one. Here, still tighten it. Now this time I'm going to grab my bicep, top of his head, and I'm going to lift his head up, squeeze as I lift my butt off the ground and put my weight right in his sternum. So this one will put pressure on the neck, chokes him, and the more I hold it and keep my pressure on Joe, it makes it hard for his lungs to expand. It turns it into like a compression. just go from the end. We're here, I sit through, tighten, and then we can go wrist to wrist and drop into our traditional finish, or we take our rear naked choke grip, I lift, and when I lean, I don't want to lean this way and get rolled. I want to stay centered here, and then I squeeze. All right, thank you, Joe. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.